The world narrows to a strip of stone beneath my bleeding fingers. There is no rope, no partner, no room for error. My heart pounds like a hammer in my chest, each beat a sharp reminder that this is it. 100 meters of air yawns beneath me, dizzying, cold, unforgiving. Then, without warning, a deep, guttural crack shatters the silence. The rock wall, usually so steady, groans and shifts. Pebbles rain down around me, dust choking the air. My left handhold is gone. Just like that. Pain flares as my body scrapes against the granite. Instinct takes over. My right hand shoots out, desperate. My feet slip, searching for purchase on the smooth, sheer face. The world tilts and spins. For a split second, I see nothing but the blue sky above and the valley floor far, far below. My mind empties. There is only survival. Clinging to a cliff is unlike anything else. The stone is rough, biting into skin and muscle. The wind screams past, carrying the scent of wildflowers. So out of place, so normal. Blood drips from my knuckles, tracing red lines down the wall. I taste metal, fear, grit. This is the moment every climber dreads, that final reckoning with gravity and fate. And yet, somehow I am still here. I force myself to breathe, to focus, to hope. The world narrows even further, shrinking to the width of a crack just big enough for my torn fingers. Every second stretches heavy and bright. I am on the edge of everything. My body dangles in open space, feet scraping for a ledge that does not exist. The cliff is merciless, vertical, blank, almost smooth. There is only one hope, a nearly invisible crack, barely wide enough for fingertips. Blood slicks the rock, making every grip a gamble. My heart thunders in my ears. I grit my teeth, refusing to let go. Pain slices through my hands, raw and electric. My arms shake, muscles burning with every second. Each breath is shallow, ragged. The sweat on my face stings my eyes, blurring the world into a smear of stone and sky. I focus on the crack, on the feel of it, the way it bites back. My mind races through every lesson, every route I've climbed, every close call that prepared me for this. Time slows. I fight the urge to panic. Movement must be perfect. If I slip, it's over. I shift my weight, searching for balance, for friction. My left foot finds a shallow divot, barely enough. I press down, praying the rubber will hold. My fingers scream, skin shredded by the merciless rock. Still, I cling. Below I hear shouts, tiny, distant, like voices from another world. I can't look down. I can't afford to lose focus, not even for a moment. The crack is my lifeline, my only anchor in this sea of vertical stone. My life hangs on a thread of granite and raw willpower. Inside my head, chaos wrestles with control. Fear would love to take over. It whispers about the void beneath, the thinness of skin, the weakness in my arms. But I know this feeling. I've trained for it. The trick is not to fight fear, but to let it pass through, like wind through the trees. I focus on what I can control: breath, grip, sequence. In these seconds, past and future vanish. There is only the now, the next move, the next foothold. I repeat a simple mantra over and over. You are here, you can do this. My world shrinks until it is just rock and flesh. Pain, yes, but also clarity. A strange calm settles, cold and sharp. But the pain is always there. Every nerve screams for relief. I fight to keep my grip, to keep consciousness. My vision tunnels, edges going gray. The blood loss is real. The exhaustion is real. I remind myself of the reasons I started climbing in the first place. The quiet, the challenge, the beauty of the impossible. They keep me from giving in. Minutes feel like hours. I count each breath, each heartbeat. In free soloing, the mind's strength is as important as the body's. Every thought could be the difference between holding on and letting go. People say free solo climbers are reckless. They see us as thrill seekers, addicted to danger. But they're wrong. Every move on this climb was mapped, memorized, rehearsed. I spent months studying the route, marking cruxes, feeling the texture of every hold. I practiced until every sequence was muscle memory, until fear became respect. There is no equipment but shoes, chalk, and a bag of hope. No ropes, no harness, no second chances. But there is preparation, physical, mental, emotional. I trained my body to withstand pain, my mind to handle stress. Visualization is key. I climbed this wall 1,000 times in my head before I ever touched it with my hands. The risks are real. One mistake means the end. That doesn't make us fearless. It makes us cautious, methodical. I double-check every move in my mind, every foot placement in reality. My body knows what to do, even now, in crisis. The myth of the reckless climber dies here, on the wall, replaced by something deeper. Commitment. That's the secret. The real danger isn't the climb. It's losing focus, losing respect for the edge. We prepare not to tempt fate, but to survive it. As I hang, the world below begins to move. Tiny figures scurry at the base of the cliff. Rescuers shouting into radios, pointing up at the speck that is me. I hear the distant whir of a helicopter, the thump of blades echoing off stone. Hope and dread twist together. I know rescue will take time. All I can do is hold on. Communication is impossible. My fingers slip, then grip again. Every muscle cramps, fighting gravity's pull. I think of the people waiting for me. Family, friends, fellow climbers. I can almost hear their voices urging me not to give in. Above the noise, I focus on survival. The rescue team begins their ascent, slow and careful, weighted with ropes and gear I can only dream of right now. Time crawls, my vision blurs, sweat and blood mixing, dripping down the cliff. The helicopter hovers, its noise rattling my bones. I feel both exposed and invisible, part of the world, yet utterly alone. Still, the knowledge that help is coming keeps me going, one breath at a time. When the first rescuer finally reaches me, relief floods through my body. Hands grip harnesses, a rope is clipped to my battered frame. I let myself exhale, just once, before focusing on the next challenge: survival, recovery, and everything that comes after. After the fall, after the rescue, the questions begin. Why risk it all for a climb? The easy answer is adrenaline, but that's not it. True courage isn't blind or reckless. It's measured. It's calculated. Every free soloist knows the price of a mistake. We climb not to escape fear, but to meet it, to learn from it, to push it as far as it will go. The world sees only the drama, the leap, the cliff, the rescue. They don't see the hours of training, the careful checks, the quiet moments of doubt. They miss the respect for the mountain, for the edge. Courage is not the absence of fear. It is the decision to keep moving, even when fear is all you feel. For me, the climb is not about defying death. It's about affirming life, testing the limits, seeing what's possible, finding peace in chaos. The pain, the risk, the struggle, they all have meaning. They strip away everything false, everything easy, until only the real remains. That's the lesson I carry back from the edge. Courage is quiet, careful, persistent. It's not about boasting or bravado, it's about choosing to step forward, even when every part of you wants to turn back. My ordeal on the cliff is just one story, but it's part of something bigger. We all face cliffs, risks, pain, impossible choices. We all reach for cracks that seem too small, too sharp, too hopeless. The lesson of that day, clinging to life on a wall of stone, is that limits are not fixed. They can be tested, stretched, even broken. Climbing teaches that preparation and passion are keys to survival, not just in sport, but in life. The edge is always there, sometimes visible, sometimes hidden. We have to decide every day how close to walk. Free soloing is a mirror for modern life. Risk and reward, fear and focus, beauty and danger, all tangled together. It's easy to judge from the ground. It's harder to understand what it means to climb, whether on a wall or in our hearts. The pain, the struggle, the moment of rescue, they remind us how fragile and strong we can be. In the end, clinging to life on the edge isn't just about survival, it's about discovering what matters most and why we reach for it, even when the world says it can't be done.